Okay, today we're doing cornmeal porridge. What you'll need for this recipe is some vanilla extract, some cinnamon, which is optional, some nutmeg, ground nutmeg, some salt, and of course the famous cornmeal. The brand I'm using is Grace. I like this because the grains are finer, like they're finer, they're smaller. So what I do first is I put my water on to boil, and in my water I have some salt. I just freehand, just like a pinch of salt or so, and that little thing you see in there, that's a cinnamon stick. So I put about 1 or 2 cinnamon sticks in, depending on the pot, the size or amount of cornmeal porridge I'm going to make. My baby, the 21-month-old, she loves porridge just like her mom, so I tend to make a medium-sized pot, which lasts for probably, I'll say, two days. And what I have here is I mix the cornmeal out in some milk. This is the way I used to do it when I was younger, and I'm talking about 12, 13, 14, 15. And then if you don't have milk, you can mix it out with some water. And the reason why you mix it out while that water is boiling is so that it won't have any lumps. Then you take the cornmeal when the water starts to boil, which is doing now. You slowly pour this in and stir it while you're doing that. I'm doing this one-handed, so you pour it slowly. And as you can see, that's in there, so I'm going to gather some of that water, mix that back out so that I'll be able to pour it back in. Stir this too so that you don't get any lumps. And I didn't use any measurements, but I would say, I don't know. I don't want to give you guys any wrong quotes. As I said, I do this all free-handed. So anyway, you take your time and you stir this to prevent any lumps coming in your cornmeal porridge. And once this starts to boil, and the bubbles start to pop, I would say for you to lower the pot to probably medium-low heat and let it continue to boil, and stir occasionally so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot and so that it doesn't create any lumps. So it started to come to a boil, and it's getting nice and thick and creamy. You have to be careful because this stuff scars. If it pops up on you and burns your skin, it scars. I have a lot of boo-boos from cornmeal porridge or from oil when I'm frying fish. Look at that. Getting nice and thick. And this stuff is super healthy, guys. So just stir. I like my porridge nice, thick, and creamy without lumps. I like to create my own lumps by adding ripped up pieces of bread, any kind of bread. I'm lowering the fire now to medium high. And stir it a little more. Just look at that. Nice. I'm gonna let the cornmeal cook for a little while. Again, stirring occasionally. Okay, guys, so my porridge is nice and thick. It's been cooking for probably 15 minutes or longer. And look at this. Nice and creamy. I have a fussy little person next to me. She's ready for her porridge now. Okay, so, you know, just continue to stir. Look at this. My porridge is free of lumps. Completely free of lumps. I like my porridge to be this thick. If you want it thinner, you could either add more milk or you could add more water and stir. And what I forgot to mention to you guys, is to sweeten it when the porridge is done cooking. To sweeten it, you'll need some condensed milk. And some sugar. The sugar is optional if the porridge isn't sweet enough to taste when you put your condensed milk. So just mix. Then you put in your when you know that your cornmeal is cooked, give it a little bit of vanilla. Smells so good. Smells really, really good. That's my other little fussy guy. He's ready for his milk, for his leche. Okay. As you can see, I said you could use cinnamon powder if you want to, ground cinnamon. I won't be using that today because I already put cinnamon sticks in my porridge. But give it a little bit of ground nutmeg. And then look at her. When they cry, when my kids cry, when the first one cries, the other ones start crying. And then the big one would try to comfort the little one. Poor guys. Okay, so I'm gonna sweeten it now. I'm gonna open my can of condensed milk and pour it into the pot and stir it. Okay, so I poured the condensed milk in, and I actually added a little bit more nutmeg. I love the scent. It smells so good. The smell reminds me of fall. When you smell the spices, the pumpkin spices and stuff. It doesn't smell like pumpkin, but the nutmeg and the cinnamon and the vanilla is just some really spirit calming scents or fragrances. I really like them. Just mix that in. I also had, I had turned the fire down lower, and I might just add a tablespoon, 1 scoop of sugar, because I used my whole can of condensed milk. And I don't like my porridge super sweet, but I like it flavorful. So 1 tablespoon of sugar will be good. And of course, when serving, you can throw away your cinnamon stick. Where's my cinnamon stick? It's in here somewhere. Here it is. So there we have it. Delicious, yummy cornmeal porridge. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. And there we have it, cornmeal porridge. I like to put butter in my cornmeal porridge once it's finished. So that's butter on top of the plates and sliced whole wheat bread. I'm trying to do it healthy this morning. You could rip up or just take it and dip it in your porridge. It's really, really good. And I have my little girl's porridge here cooling in cold water. So I take her bowl and I put it in a plastic container with ice cold water, and that helps to cool down the porridge. Look at that butter melting. Enjoy, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye. Is it good, Bum Bum? Is it good?
Yes.
I'm not taking a picture. Got my little baby girl helping herself with her porridge. Good girl. How is it, BJ? Have you tasted it yet? Taste it. Let's see. Is it good? Awesome. These are my healthy kids.